Packers is where we begin. This one, NFC wildcard game. Opening kickoff and Jalen Hurts getting ready to go. Green Bay set to receive. And Keyshawn Nixon returns the kick. Then Oren Burks lands a big hit, forces a fumble the Eagles would recover.
All three phases. Big-time play in special teams, man.
Hit him in his face, too.
He put his helmet all over that man's chest.
The Eagles with possession at the Packers 11 after forcing the turnover. 2nd and 9. Jalen Hurts sits in the pocket all kinds of time and throws a dart to Jahan Dotson.
I thought this was really good. 1, by the offensive line, obviously. 2, Jalen hanging in the pocket. And then 3, Dotson did a really nice job of uncovering.
Third quarter, under 4 minutes to go. Eagles with possession at the Packers 24. They lead 10-3 and Hurts to Dallas Goedert. He runs through Carrington Valentine's stiff arm.
This was a great play, though. You get all-out pressure. A.J. Brown, who wasn't involved in the pass game, immediately gets a block. And Dallas Goedert running the football like a tight end should run the football.
Yeah.
We ain't getting cute. It's downhill.
They did miss the extra point, but up 16-3. Last seconds of the third. Packers possession. Josh Jacobs gets the handoff. I mean, that was tough running.
I love it. I hate that we're not going to see him play anymore.
No doubt.
This was the one bright spot for Green Bay that you could
he
tell.
was fantastic yesterday.
100%.
They make a little bit of a comeback there. Now trailing just 16-10, the Packers do. Now right out of the 2-minute warning, Eagles leading 22-10. Love rolls right, throws it deep, and it's picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. The Eagles go on to win the game. They advance to the NFC divisional playoff. Let's hear from Saquon Barkley.
We got to be our biggest critic, and that's what we're going to be, and we're going to see where we can improve on. But at the end of the day, you know, the opinions, that's for you guys. The only thing that really matters is how we win. Whether we throw for 400 yards, we rush for 400 yards, we win the game 3-0. I don't give a to be honest. Like, I just want to win. And I think that's the mindset of the team. I know that's the mindset of the team, and we'll go back, we'll watch film, we'll improve, and get ready for whatever we got next.
Man, Saquon Barkley has been the ultimate closer for the Eagles this season, including his 45 rushing yards in the fourth quarter on Sunday. Barkley now has 623 rushing yards in the fourth quarter this season. In the last 45 years, the only player with more is Falcons' Jamal Anderson in 1998. Marcus, how was Philly able to pull that off yesterday?
Because Howie Roseman is a dog. And when players are available for Howie Roseman, he goes out and gets them and immediately makes his team better. But the run game is why they were able to do it. They were proficient. It wasn't a lot of home run hits. It was a lot of important runs. And I like that we've had that conversation for years. Can you get the 3 to 5 that you absolutely
Green Bay
need?
did a good job against the run,
They did a great job
man.
defensively, but they stayed with it. I got to shout out Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
You know, I killed him a couple years ago about getting away from this, but he understood where his bread was going to be buttered. That was between Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. And look, we give a lot of credit to this offensive line, and rightfully so. Saquon Barkley made a lot of his own runs in this game. Yeah. A lot of critical ones on the edge where you had to have them. So, because the pass game was anemic. It was not proficient. They were struggling with pressures. Jalen didn't have places to go at times. The run game and the move made for Saquon Barkley is the reason they beat Green Bay.
Man, the pass game wasn't anemic. It was as if a vampire drained all the blood from it.
I want to suck your blood.
But I think that's part of what Saquon Barkley was saying, though, right? Like, he don't care if we rush for 400, if we throw for 400. We just want to win the football game. But when your star wide receiver is reading a book on the sideline, that's probably an indication that he's not involved enough in what you need to do. And so, yes, when you think about yesterday, they found a way to win. But there's going to have to be something that changes about this pass game that makes it more on time, that makes it more relevant in very important early downs in series in order for you to beat some of the better teams in the NFC. I love the way Saquon Barkley finished the game. I love the physicality in which the Philadelphia Eagles played up front. Obviously, the check to get the football to Dallas Goedert versus zero blitz was big, but you can't beat teams that can put points on the scoreboard if you can't throw the ball.
I don't watch that game yesterday and get concerned about the performance by Jalen Hurts. I do have concerns about the pass game, though, because when I watch the tape, I go, nobody's open. And they're way too talented of a group to get people open. Now, credit Green Bay, but it felt like when I watched the tape, Green Bay knew exactly where people were going to be. I mean, there's nowhere for Jalen Hurts to throw this football, and so he has to kind of throw this ball as a throwaway, and it's a 2 or 3 yard completion. Down in the red zone, where? I mean, everybody's gripped up. There's nowhere to throw the ball. Maybe Saquon in the back corner float, but that's by the time that happens, he's leaving the pocket pocket. Another opportunity, you're down in the red zone, you want to run a screen. Green Bay's all over it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like Green Bay had such an idea of they're going to run this stuff out of these looks or these actions. Again, nobody open, and by the time someone might late, even though I don't think they're actually open, Jalen's got to leave the pocket. And so everyone was having the conversation of Jalen Hurts was so bad yesterday. Look there's nobody on the field that's open.
Yeah.
Green Bay has matched up everything and everybody. And so everyone was sitting there going, well, Jalen Hurts was rusty. I just didn't feel that way. I looked at the tape and said, my big concern would be, why does it look like Green Bay knew where everybody was going to be pass game-wise? And that's the biggest thing that Philadelphia's got to figure out.
I think that's fair. I also think you did see him a bit rattled by the pressure at times, as he has been over the course of his career. I hear what you're saying
But
about
that's
guys
the last
being open.
2 years.
Yeah, that's who he's
sure.
been. And what was shocking about that was Green Bay getting pressure.
Yeah.
To be clear, because on that first drive, we showed the touchdown where he had 6.5 seconds. So I'm thinking, this is going to be light work for Jalen Hurts.
Right.
And then credit to this Packers, particularly defensive tackles,
yeah.
really stepped up.
Yeah.
They were winning their matchups on the inside. But we have seen in this game and other games with Hurts, the way you get to him is you flush him out of the pocket.
Yep,
sure.
He's, has been a dual threat quarterback over the course of his career. He is not really a dual threat quarterback when he's fleshed out of the pocket because he doesn't, when he moves laterally, he's not really a threat to run. He has to get north-south, and he's not great throwing on the run.
My big concern watching the pass game over the course of the season and then in playoff football, which you know better than certainly anybody here, is it feels like the pass game is only 10 yards vertically outside. Yeah. There's nothing in the middle. There's very little layered concepts.
The thing is, though, they don't do anything to help receivers get open.
Yeah.
Everything is, okay, here's the route we're going to call. Here's the route tree. Now we're going to figure out who can win one-on-one.
That's my thing.
I think one is because you got winners. You have a guy like Devontae Smith. You have a guy like A.J. Brown.
Saw what Dallas Goedert did.
Yeah, exactly. You feel like you have winners. But I do believe, too, you get to a position where you find comfort in that, and you aren't working to go above and beyond what these guys can do physically.
Of course, the Eagles will play the winner of this game, the Rams or the Vikings. We'll find out who that is. An important note that we'll get into a little bit more as the week goes on and later on in the show. This from Adam Schefter. Breaking news, the Eagles starting linebacker Nakobe Dean, you saw him get injured in that game, believed to have suffered a serious knee injury, and that means he's expected to miss the remainder of the playoffs. I don't think it can be overstated how important he is to that defense.
His ass off.
You want to run some blood money? Try some of that shit. That shit's tight too. We'll run one after this one. Man, we're fifth fucking place, y'all. Fuck. Lose.
Warm up while you can. We deploy soon.
Bro, I can't believe I went 13-1.
Yeah, Jonah guys in this game again, bro. He was doing pretty good.
No, for real? For real?
Yeah,
Yo, that's fire, bro. That's fire.
But I'm hungry.
.360 no scope, sir.
Tough game. Get kills with these weapons, win.
Damn, people are talking and shit.
Damn.
Fuck. The donut dude killed the fuck out of me.
This nigga done motored my ass, boy.
Who?
Some dude. I don't know who the fuck it was. I was already in the shotgun.
You almost had me, sir.
Sub-Zero. Sit down. Scorpion. Special Forces Desert Command. Round one, fight.